Imagine quietly admiring your surroundings when suddenly boiling water and steam shoots up into the air. What you see is the result of a fascinating geological process happening deep beneath your feet. So let's discover what geysers are, how they erupt, and some of the most famous geysers around the world. First, what is a geyser? A geyser is a rare geological feature that shoots hot water and steam out of an opening in the ground. And geysers really are very rare. They can only form when several things come together in just the right way. You need a source of groundwater, very hot rocks beneath the surface, a place underground where the water can collect, and cracks or narrow passages through which the water can escape. That special combination exists in only a few places around the world, usually in areas with relatively recent volcanic activity. Geysers come in very different sizes. Some barely spray above the ground, while others blast enormous columns of water high into the air. The tallest geyser eruption ever recorded came from Waimanu Geyser in New Zealand, which reached an impressive record of 460 meters high. And just as geysers can vary in size, they can also vary a lot in how often they erupt. Some erupt frequently, while others remain quiet for months or even years. How do geysers work? The real magic of a geyser happens underground. Water from the surface seeps down through cracks in the rocks. Deep underground, it reaches rocks that have been heated by magma. If you want to learn more about magma, I have this other video about the science of magma. Briefly, magma is a mixture of molten and semi-molten rocks deep beneath Earth's surface. And all that heat affects the water above it. The underground water then begins to heat up. But there's a problem. That water is trapped beneath more water pressing down from above. That pressure allows the deeper water to become extremely hot without immediately turning into steam. Eventually, some of that water begins turning into steam. As the steam expands, it pushes the water above it upward. This lowers the pressure underground, allowing even more water to suddenly turn into steam. And then it erupts. The rapidly expanding steam forces the water above it through the opening and high into the air. Once the eruption ends, more underground water slowly fills the system again, and the whole process starts all over again. It's almost like a giant natural pressure cooker hidden beneath the ground. Famous geysers around the world. Probably the most famous geyser in the world is Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park in the US. Yellowstone is also home to the largest concentration of geysers anywhere on Earth. In Iceland, we can find Strokkur, one of the country's most active geysers. And right next to it is the famous Geysir, whose name eventually gave us the word geyser itself. These are the only two geysers I've seen so far, and watching a geyser erupt in person is such a memorable experience. It's definitely something worth seeing for yourself at least once. Other famous geysers around the world include El Tatio, high in the Andes of Chile, in an area of over 80 active geysers, and Pohutu Geyser in New Zealand that can send boiling water around 30 meters into the air. From water quietly traveling into the ground to spectacular eruptions shooting into the sky, geysers are an incredible reminder that our planet is anything but still beneath our feet. And if you'd like to discover more fascinating things happening beneath our feet, check out these two videos next. One about tectonic plates and another about magma. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!